Salam sehat Sobat dari Bali, jumpa kembali dengan saya Tirka Widanti dalam program Chit East meets West, sebuah acara yang menghadirkan teman-teman dari mancanegara yang berkunjung ke Bali dan kita ingin tahu apa kegiatannya mereka selama di Bali. Nah, apakah Bali hanya sebagai daerah tujuan wisata atau barangkali ada potensi yang lainnya? Nah, bersama adik Nabil dari benua Amerika, jauh sekali ya dari benua Amerika, datang ke Bali khususnya tepatnya belajar bahasa Indonesia di Universitas Ngurah Rai. Nah, Sobat dari Bali, Universitas Ngurah Rai sejak tahun 2016 sudah mengadakan kerjasama dengan Arizona State University melalui programnya Critical Language Institution, ya, nah atau CLI yang kita singkat. Nah, langsung saja yuk kita sapa Adik Nabil ya. Iya. Nabil, nama lengkapnya siapa?
Ini Nabil Mahmud Fawaz itu.
Nabil Mahmud Fawaz ya. Nabil datang ke Bali untuk apa? What is your reason coming to Bali?
Oh, ini ya, saya pulang di Bali karena saya mau belajar bahasa Indonesia.
Belajar bahasa Indonesia.
Dan saya mau connect dengan keluarga saya dan itu dengan budaya dan di bahasa Indonesia karena keluarga saya dari Jakarta dan Bogor.
So keluarga Nabil ada di Jakarta dan di Bogor. So Nabil, you can answer my question whether both in English or in bahasa Indonesia, or maybe bahasa Bali. Do you know bahasa Bali?
Saya tidak tahu bahasa
Belum
Bali.
tahu ya.
But yeah, basically I just wanted to learn the language so I could connect with my cousins more and family, and also in the same way just learn the culture as well. To connect with my family much closer.
Oh, okay. Tell me more. When you learn bahasa Indonesia, does it mean that you also learn the culture, or tell me more about that?
I think definitely you learn the culture. I think the biggest difference, Indonesian culture is very different, right, from American culture. I think the biggest one is banyak pertanyaan di Indonesia, right? So like asking where your family is from, what's your name, what do you study, all
berapa
that.
Umurmu?
Yeah, berapa umur gitu. Is considered strange in American culture. They find it weird, like, why are you asking me all these questions? And Indonesian is just to try to get to know, to be nice. Yeah, it's a greeting.
Greetings like we call it pattern communion, like that's to get closer, like
so that. It's a little different. And I think
different,
also.
Do you find it cultural shock like that?
A little bit, because I have been to Indonesia before, so I kind of know. Ironically for me, I think I fit in a little more with the Indonesian culture. Like even eating out, you share with the family. Yeah, Americans kind of, this food is mine, it's to myself. This is yours. Gitu. So
gitu,
there's
katanya
gitu.
So sudah slang lu adik Nabil ini. So tell us more. How long have you been learning bahasa Indonesia?
So ini 12 minggu.
12 minggu.
So 8 weeks in Arizona and then 4 weeks here in Bali.
Jadi 8 minggu, 8 weeks in Arizona and 8 weeks in here in Universitas Ngurah Rai. Ya. So tell us more about that one and bagaimana pengalamannya?
Yeah, so in Arizona, it was fun to learn, but obviously wasn't as immersed in the budaya, right? So there it was just more memorizing words and just practicing. Luckily for me, I had my mom come visit, menunggu, so I was able.
So your mom is here now?
My mom is, yes, in Bali as well, so I was able to practice a lot.
So tomorrow I can see her,
yeah, bisa, yeah. So I've been able to practice a lot with her and stuff. Even the language, like she told me that I kind of speak Bahasa Indonesia like a Balinese person, because in Jakarta maybe they speak a little more fast
Slang,
or a little faster, more slang. Because I know mine's a little more.
In Bali, there is also Bahasa Bali.
Yeah.
So we learn through language kind of Bahasa Bali, Bahasa Indonesia, and also Bahasa Inggris. That's what people say here.
So I know my Bahasa Indonesia is a little more formal than, I'm still learning the slang. Oh gitu, iya, seperti itu.
Gitulah, okay deh, that is a Jakarta slang.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And the more you learn here, and then the more you will learn not
the
only
slang.
the language, but it's also
and the budaya.
The budaya, the culture. Ya. Sekarang masih sekolah, Nabil?
Yes, I am still in school. So I go to Illinois Tech in Chicago.
Chicago,
yeah. And then I study Teknik Sipil.
Teknik Sipil, so civil engineering. We also have here the program study called civil engineering under the Faculty of Science and Technology in Universitas Ngurah Rai. Tell me more about your selection process of joining this program.
So I found it. So I knew ASU before because I've applied to the university before, and I was just looking for programs to just learn Bahasa Indonesia. So then I stumbled upon the opportunity. So that was really how I found it. And I knew I didn't really have much to do this summer, so I was like, why not learn Indonesian? I thought now's the best time and stuff.
How was it?
It was good. It worked out. I got into the program, so it worked out really well. Because you never know, maybe next summer I'm busy with stuff or just.
Did you do your test?
Yeah.
Examination,
So we have a test in the class. We have a test every Friday. I'm in the elementary Indonesian, so.
But your bahasa is already good. Your bahasa
is already Insyaallah Saya harap bahasa Indonesia bagus ya.
I heard that you did the presentation, today.
Yeah.
So, what kind of presentation did you do?
So I talked about Lalu Lintas, So first I gave an overview. I talked about the problems in the world with traffic, and then I went specifically about Indonesia, like any problems that happen. Like there was a big accident during Idul Fitri one time, and then I described 4 solutions. One of the solutions was like maybe limiting cars, because I know Singapore does that, Singapura itu. And then another solution was just more public transportation, so stuff like that. So I was talking about that. And I also made a joke about one of the solutions, hopefully just praying that people of Indonesia use public transportation more, because I know that here in Indonesia they like motor. That's also a huge, big cultural difference. In America, ini naik motor itu jarang, di Amerika.
Jarang,
ya. Tapi di sini biasanya ya.
Always.
Iya, everyone has motor.
Can you ride my motorbike already?
Oh, tidak.
Belum.
Iya, berbahaya itu.
Okay, so you talk about traffic. Traffic challenge in Indonesia. How do you see that Bali's traffic?
Kecamatan banyak macet.
Kemacetan,
maaf.
So the difference between kecamatan and kemacetan. Kecamatan is sub-district, and kemacetan is traffic.
That's the other thing also with the language. There's a lot of words. Enak, anak. You have to be careful.
Me too. It's a long way for me also to learn English more.
English is very bingung
very
bingung sekali.
Bingung. Very confusing.
Sorry, I forgot the question.
You see the traffic challenge in Indonesia. What about Bali?
Bali, I think it's similar to Indonesia in general. There's a lot of jalan kecil, right? So it's hard to figure out how to maybe add rules and stuff. One idea I gave was maybe for the small roads, maybe don't allow mobile to go there, because I know motor can just go around. So there's no really traffic, right? So that was one solution. And then maybe like a minibus system, because I know unlike Jakarta is big, so they can do toll road and kereta api, system kereta api. But here is much smaller. Is where would you put the train, right? So maybe like a minibus system. But you have to encourage the people. It's hard because the culture is everyone like to use motor, right?
Referring to your study, currently you are at the Universitas Ngurah Rai, Bali, Indonesia. How do you see the difference
between this university and like mine? Nothing.
Of course, here is a small university.
Yeah. The university I go to is also small. It would be considered besar because maybe in Indonesia because there's 7,000 mahasiswa di my university. But both campus are both small. But yeah, from what I've seen, they're both beautiful campus. Yeah. Obviously, the biggest difference this campus ada pura ya.
Temple.
Yeah, temple in America is not. That's another interesting thing to me is every school has.
Its own
setiap sekolah
temple.
punya pura so the culture really matters more. Where US culture is very mixed. I think people kind of to themselves, a little distant with their own. So for me, it's exciting to like come to Indonesia with the connecting thing.
Are you willing to come back here?
Yeah. I hope to come back.
Continue this program, I mean.
Ya mungkin ya.
Mungkin,
Insyaallah ya Bu.
Insyaallah.
Insyaallah ya. I like to use that a lot. Insyaallah. But yeah, I definitely see myself coming back to Indonesia a lot because of my family and to keep hopefully practicing Bahasa and hopefully learn more slang.
To reconnect.
Yeah, and hopefully so my cousins don't make fun. I'm too formal to them. Yeah, to learn more slang from them. Yeah.
So you are willing to continue the program. Hope that you will get it, and then so the family here, I mean Universitas Ngurah Rai family can see you more.
Berdoa ya Bu.
Berdoa. Tentu ya. I believe this is not your first time coming to Bali, Maybe a second time or third time?
I think either third or fourth. I know the last time I came to Indonesia was 2016.
2016.
Yeah, but like I said, this was definitely the longest I've stayed in Bali. And also it's different this time because I come by myself, not just with family or my mom the whole time. So
are you
it's more
excited?
Independent. Yeah, I think traveling without family is always interesting. It's more stressful, because ibu gotta pack everything and ayah, saya itu.
And how do you find it? Especially that at this time you are learning Bahasa Indonesia,
right.
You're learning the culture and also learning the Balinese traditions and customs.
That's also interesting to me, the difference with the Balinese tradition and like the in Jawa, the different, because I know agama Hindu is common, the most common, where usually in Jawa Islam
Muslim,
yeah. So that's also been really interesting to learn both cultures. But yeah, it's definitely different when you travel on your own. Every time I travel with my mom, I feel bad because she's like my translator, because I only know Bahasa English and she knows Indonesian, so she has to translate.
So I will tell her tomorrow that you need to travel by yourself. You have better.
So now I can make bercanda di Bahasa Indonesia dan Bahasa English. So she's like, oh
perfectly,
my God. Yeah.
Oh my God, my son is already excellent in Bahasa Indonesia, speaking fluent in Bahasa Indonesia like that.
Mungkin, I hope she thinks that. You can ask her tomorrow,
Yeah, I can see that. And your teacher must be very, very proud of you.
Yeah, I think that's also another huge different culture. It's been nice getting to know Pak Nyoman, so he's my dosen, like I got to know him a lot even in Arizona. Like we had him over for dinner, he got to meet my keluarga, so he's met my mom, he's met my adik laki-laki. In America it's a little different, the relationship with professor. So it's nice that we're able to connect. Like I feel like the class really connects and it's like one, kind of like a second family, so that's also been really fun.
Extension family.
So it makes it hard to leave everybody, because it's everyone you've known for like 12 weeks. So yeah.
What do you think? Are you going to miss Bali or?
Oh yeah, rindu sekali ya. Because it's interesting. I miss America too, but it's gonna be. I'll feel homesick. One thing that was funny. Last time I left Indonesia, I forgot. My mom told me I was like crying a lot, like even on the plane.
Your mom?
Yeah, my mom was telling me I was crying a lot. Not my mom. I was the one crying. Because my mom, I know the joke, because she grew up here, so she always wanted to go out, but she loved coming back. But I think it's funny.
Oh, okay. During your time in Bali, tell your friends dari Bali, where is your favorite place in Bali?
Favorite place? Oh, it's hard, isn't it? I think I can give my favorite thing. We went one time excursion to the monkey forest.
Oh, wow.
So I got to
In
memberi.
Ubud? In Ubud or
I think it was in Ubud, yeah. And so we got to memberi minum kelelawar. So that was cool to me. So now kelelawar is like my favorite animal itu.
Yeah.
And then I got to feed the monkeys
The
and
monkey.
stuff. I think my favorite, I think it was panggilan. I forgot to. There was like a swing, so we got to go on the swing. I
swing.
forgot. Like tala something. I'm sorry.
Tegalalang.
Yeah.
Tegalalang,
Yeah.
Ubud, yeah.
And then also seeing the puras is really beautiful. There was one place we went, I forgot, but it intrigued me that they still continue the tradition. Is you fight with like a type of plant, and it's like sharp. And it hurts a little bit, but they fight.
Pandan, perang pandan. Oh, that is in East Bali.
So I'm amazed that they still keep the culture and like the traditional dances and all that.
Yeah.
I've also enjoyed doing pencak silat here.
You-
Not the best at it
you
is
do the
sulit,
pencak
but
silat.
it's very fun. Yeah, I like the toya. Yeah.
And tomorrow also you will be then demonstrating the pencak silat.
yeah. Hopefully it's bagus. Yeah. Bagus,
Yeah. Must be. I'm very look forward to watching you on the pencak silat.
Yeah, that I think was one thing surprising with the program, because originally I just want to learn the language. I didn't expect to learn martial art and like the culture.
But that is to me that is one thing or one strategy
To learn faster, right.
Bahasa Indonesia,
Right.
because you contact and then
you connect with the people and the
connect with
culture.
the people
It helped to
directly
learn.
and
Yeah.
the native.
Yeah. Even something as simple going to the toko and everything is in Bahasa Indonesia, and you learn quickly like, oh, itu keripik dan itu
And it means that you have to get the word. What does it mean? Yeah. Okay. How do you find bahasa Indonesia?
Oh, ini tergantung ya.
No, but you.
Kadang-kadang, sometimes I find it easy, to like memorize the kata as long as I keep practicing. But there's some concept, sulit, like the word yang. Yes,
Which?
itu exactly. Sometimes it's hard to know when to use it, when to add it. I think a huge thing, the bahasa English, like if you say my favorite teacher, you say favorite first, tapi in Indonesia dosen favorit.
Dosen favorit.
Yeah, favorit. So it's some
Favorite
words.
teachers.
Yeah, you have to flip it. So sometimes I forget to do that.
Like me.
Yeah.
When I learn English.
You have to do that also.
Yeah.
One thing that was funny with my mom, I know the word the is hard for orang Indonesia.
Orang saya.
Yeah, ta. So I used to make fun as a kid when kapan waktu kecil. I used to make fun of my mom, like, why can't you say the and stuff. Now I understand because it's different. Now I have trouble with that.
Okay. This last two questions. Do you agree if bahasa Indonesia one day becomes an international language?
Yeah, I would hope it become international language. Yeah, then I get to use it more di dunia.
Yeah.
So why not? I mean, also I think one fact that people forget, which has always surprised me whenever I tell people, that Indonesia is keempat most populated country, fourth most populated. So there's a lot. So why not? Can the language
Why not?
be? Yeah, So inshallah, hopefully,
you will be back here in Bali to learn more, maybe. Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Saya mau tes sekarang.
Oh, okay.
Nabil ya.
Okay.
Saya mau ngetes ini, jadi saya mau
Oke.
ngetes. Indonesia ibu kotanya apa?
Ibu kotanya Indonesia.
What is the capital city
Sekarang
of
itu
Indonesia?
Jakarta ya. Tapi saya tahu they're gonna move it ya.
Jakarta
Ya,
masih,
sekarang Jakarta ya.
What about our Indonesian flag?
Iya, tentang Indonesia itu.
What color? What
Iya,
colors?
merah dan putih.
Like
ya.
mine?
Iya.
So,
Like your pakaiannya.
yeah, so you see that a lot of red and white,
Yeah.
like decoration, is because of we are soon celebrating the Independence Day.
Iya, saya ingat independen itu 17 Agustus ya.
17 Agustus.
Ini apa namanya 1845 ya.
1945.
Itu 9 ya, nanti
Yeah.
9.
So that's why I'm wearing the red and white.
I know, and then saya kembali di Amerika before the independence. I don't get to see to the
Yeah, you
lulus.
miss it, yeah.
I know.
You miss our Independence Day celebration.
I have to nonton di televisi ya.
Yeah. Okay, so once again, Nabil, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Bu.
And we hope that our family here in Universitas Ngurah Rai send their regards to you.
Yeah.
And we hope that you succeed in everywhere you are going.
Ya,
Okay?
terima kasih banyak, Bu,
Terima kasih
ya.
banyak ya.
Ya.
Baik, sobat dari Bali, demikian tadi bincang saya Chit East Meets West dengan Nabil Fawaz ya, seorang pelajar mahasiswa dari Amerika ya, yang belajar bahasa Indonesia di Pusat Bahasa Universitas Ngurah Rai. So, nantikan Chit saya di lain kesempatan. Sampai jumpa.